Well, it's all gone a little bit downhill since you last saw us. A bit of updating to do. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 23 of Going Intercontinental. Big disclaimer to begin with, this should really be episode number 24. Unfortunately, the games against Gymnasia and Sport Boys that I believe I promised to give you in episode 22, it's getting difficult now. Unfortunately, the videos on those, the sound didn't quite work. As you can see, you've lost an episode of 2 wins. A win against Gymnasia, which really should have been more comfortable, and then an absolute smattering of goals against Sport Boys, which meant we went through 9-0 on aggregate and still didn't pack out the ground for some reason. So you missed them, unfortunately, which I'm very sorry to admit. I will do better next time, I promise. The last games you guys saw, I believe, were against Godoy Cruz and Talleres, so we have got quite a bit of catching up to do. In this episode, we'll be doing the games against Alte Brown. They got a proper name? Club Almirante Brown in the Copa Argentina 5th round, which is at the Tomas Adolfo Duco, whose ground that is. And then we will play a home game against Banfield in the league. Now let's start with transfers, because there's been a few changes there, because again, I'm having to remember that we're actually a little bit further back than I was when I recorded the last one, so there has been a fair bit of change. Where are we? Let's put this in date order. It is. So the most important one, obviously, is this guy. Roman Bravo has left us to go to DL Pro, a Chinese side, and as you can see, I haven't actually checked this since the last episode, he is in a rich vein of form. It's probably fair to be say. He left for 5 million, though, as you guys knew, there was nothing really we could do about it. Unfortunately, he was always going to go at some point. As I mentioned, obviously, a few times, we couldn't ever get him onto a higher release clause. It was never going to happen, and we couldn't remove it. It was pretty much left in there. So 5 million was the best we were ever going to get, because it didn't get him into contract negotiations early enough. Marco Campagnaro also left. He has gone to West Ham on a permanent transfer. He went for an initial fee of 1.8 and then double that in potential add-ons as well. Again, he was one of those, I stood in his way. I wanted to get more money for him. He got a bit angry, shall we say, and therefore he accepted the next bid that came in, but did manage to eke a little bit more out from West Ham for him. Again, yeah, it's a shame he's gone, but to be honest, he was probably about our 5th or 6th choice centre mid, albeit a decent potential. We've got plenty of them. It's a shame, but it's not a huge loss. Faccioli's also left. Again, he just left on a very cheap deal just to get him out of the club. He's gone back to Bolivia. And Alexis Rodriguez has again left the club. He's that centre forward that we've never played. Because again, I just don't want him on that. I don't want him on 25k milling around the club, so he has gone as well. And as you can see, obviously loads of loans as per the normal. Otherwise, only other transfers to note, I can't remember if this was confirmed in the last video, but Damian Fernandez is joining us on a permanent transfer. He joins on the 1st of July. Very, very pleased to have him in. We are paying a lot more of his wages now because obviously he is on a much bigger contract, but I'm very happy that we've got him in. Although, based on the way that some of these players have been playing, we do desperately need to improve our defensive capabilities. We definitely need to be in the market for a centre-half in the summer. Fortunately, we've got quite a bit of money to spend, so hopefully we can do that in the summer months, which aren't actually too far away. Schedule-wise, as you can see, we've only got, about 8 or 9 games left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left in the league, including a couple of big ones, which we'll probably come back for, which will be the Rosario Central and Godoy Cruz games. But in the league, it's kind of just gone a little bit pear-shaped, to be honest. We're down in 9th, as you can see. We're miles off 6th place in Huracan. We've just not really played very well at all, to be completely frank with you. We are on for a record points haul. We need to get 4 points in 7 games to get that, so we are doing that in a way. It's a small benefit in light of the terrible form we've had. But yeah, if we go back to the schedule quickly before we go into today's game, we've just not played well at all. I think I've clicked on the wrong button here, so I have to wait for that to kick through. But yeah, we've just not really turned up for any games. We've struggled to score since Bravo left. His last game, I believe he scored in, which was this one against Aldosivi. I'm pretty sure he left, or in fact, no, I think he was injured against Lanús, although we did batter them, as you can see. First game without him, we lost 4-2, and I was berated in this game. I was so furious with this performance. We were terrible against Union. As you can see, we went 2-0 down, got it back to 2-2, then lost 4-2. Absolutely fuming at that one. It then got a little bit worse again because we lost to Independiente, but they were the better team than us at the moment. To be completely honest with you. We then beat Sports Boys in Peru away from home, which was fine. We then lost to Vélez, again, so annoying because we were 2-0 down within 18 minutes, which is never going to come back to it. Obviously, as I mentioned already, the Gimnasia game, we won 1-0 and beat Sports Boys 6-0 to what I was hoping would actually start a bit of form again, but then we lost 1-0 to Boca. We could have got a result out of that game. It was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. And then we just got absolutely slapped by Argentinos Juniors, and that, to be honest with you, that was pretty much when I knew the top six wasn't going to happen. Since then, we then drew to San Lorenzo, which again, we should have won that game. So annoying. We beat Defensa, then drew with Quilmes, and then this was just the crap icing on the terrible cake. We lost 1-0 to Sarmiento, and I very much left in a huff at that point, and that was when we came to the game against Alte Brown. But yeah, without any further ado, let's just get into it, shall we? Let's not muck around. Team for this game is, as you can see on the screen, I'm playing a very, very strong side against these guys because I really don't want to lose another cup game. I'd like to have at least a decent run in this one. So if Limusan in goal, Ferroni, Caligari, Damian Fernandez, and Steve Hood is now a staple in the side. He's been playing very well recently, so he has come back into the squad. We've recorded from his loan, and he is now playing for us permanently. Torres and Belmonte in the centre of the park. Aguirre, Sforza, and Benitez supporting Zeballos up top, who, to be quite frank, really needs to pull his finger out and really start to up his game because I'm getting a little bit bored of him. The downside, as ever there would be, with Steve Hood coming back into the squad does mean we've now got 3, if not call it 4, first choice centre right backs that we have in the squad. Him, Andriozzi, Nadalan, and there is one more person, and his name escapes me. We definitely need to be shipping one of them on. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be Nadalan. He's just not developing the way I'd like him to. Let me know in the comments who you think it should be, because I'd be quite interested to know your guys' thoughts as well. But that's who I think it's going to be. Whether that will be the case or not, who knows? It'll be, to be honest, it'll be whoever we get a decent bid in for. We might not get any interest for him. Therefore, we might have to go for someone like Andriozzi going out. I don't know. And the other thing to note is the fact that Varela is now into the squad. So Damian Varela, that centre forward that we've been constantly being told about. In hindsight, I probably should have started him in this game, but oh well. It's a ball into Aguirre. It's gone over the bar. And that's just been a lot of what's been happening. We've either not created chances at all, or the chance we have created, we've just been terrible. And we've just not done anything with. We are badly missing Roman Bravo. I didn't want to admit it. I thought we'd be all right. I obviously mentioned in the last episode, I think it would have been, that I was going, Steve Hood's missed that interception. That's not good. Oh, he's redeemed himself, though. What a challenge, that man. What was I saying? See, I thought we had the players in the likes of Zeballos and Villarreal who could come in and do a job and replace him permanently. I've not seen much of that yet, I've got to be honest with you. We definitely need to see some improvement, but it goes to Aguirre there, who's going to take a chance. I think that's going in. I think it's going to be 1-0. It is indeed, and it's Aguirre's 7th goal of the season, and that is the one way I would like to start this game. 15 minutes in, and it's 1-0 to the boys. See with Steve over to Sforza, who's going to make a run. I think he tries to play it through to him, and it just comes off the defender when he tries to take the first time shot, bounces back to him, and it's in the back of the net. I'm not complaining at all. We desperately, desperately need to stop this just dreadful run of form. This is not the way to do it, though. Get it away. Close him down. Come on. Leaving him in so much space there. Back out to Acosta, back to Detola, to Acosta again. They just could play the same thing over and over again, but he's now gone past his man. I mean, he's been given so much space, and fortunately Guzman is offside, but that was not good. I mean, how much space has he been given there? Not good at all, lads. Got another chance though. Corner from Ferroni. To Caligari at the near post, and I think that's going to be it again. Need to figure out why it's doing that. But it is 2-0, and that is Caligari's third of the season, and I'm 99% sure he has scored from every single chance like that he's had. Or, sorry, no, that's wrong. Every single time he has scored, it's been like that. It's been that near post header. It's that classic non-league corner routine. Ball into the near post, get your best header of the ball at the near post there to get it on, and it goes in 8 times out of 10, and I'm happy. It's good. It's 2-0. Looking a little bit more comfortable now. We've controlled this game. We haven't had much of the ball, funnily enough, which is not a normal sight, but I'm going to swiftly ignore that, I think. Not worry too much about it. There you go, going into half-time at 2-0 to the good. 2 goals to the good. Do not think the job is done. That is exactly what I want these boys to remember. Because although we're playing well, although we're 2-0 up, we're not really shading them a huge amount. It's still an average rating of a 6.7. Sforza's not having a good game at all. Nor is Belmonte in the middle of the park, in my eyes. And again, it might be the chance for Varela to get the shine. Maybe we'll give him a half an hour in this game. If Ceballos doesn't do anything in the next 10 minutes, I might just do it anyway. Even if he does score, give him a chance and see what he's made of. Sforza's having, again, a terrible game. I think it might be a double change here. I think we'll bring Varela on and we'll bring on Villarreal to go into the middle of the park. Sforza's had an absolutely shocking game. Playing okay, not by my odds, he's not. I remember how good this guy is. Is he the pressing forward? He is indeed, yes. Get him onto the pitch. I have noticed he's a very aggressive player, which fills me with a little bit of concern. I know a pressing forward is there to be aggressive and he's meant to obviously put people under pressure, but it's quite a high stat, so I will be keeping an eye on it. That much is certain, just to see what happens, because don't want him getting sent off all the time. We're not really doing anything. See, this is what's happened. A lot of the games we've been playing recently that you guys haven't seen have just been so much of this. Just no highlights. We're having all of the game. We've got all of the shots. Not really had much of possession, which is a weird one. I don't know why that's the case, but it's fine. We're winning the game. That's all I'm really concerned about. I am now going to bring Benitez off, but look, nothing's been created, and that's a big concern for me. Benitez is nervous. He's probably nervous because he knows I'm hauling him off. So again, he's not turned up. Problem I'm finding is like I say, just some players just aren't cutting the mustard at the moment. But I don't really have enough in the term of strength and depth, despite my amazing youth team, to resolve that. Now 2-1 here, and I'm very worried. Don't give away a penalty. Also, don't give away a goal, because it's going to go in now, isn't it? Oh no, Steve's managed to get a nod on it. It's gone to Varela, who's going to try and turn his man, and he does that very nicely. He'll make himself a chance here. He's going to have a chance, but it goes straight to the goalkeeper. But he's done well. I'm impressed. It's a good first little showing from him. I have to remember that some of these players are tight, because we did play a game not only 3 days ago, and I've not really changed the team a huge amount. Varela's got the ball again. What's he going to do with it? He's got acres of space, and he's got a bit of support, but he's going to keep running on his own. He could do with passing it to Aguirre, which he does. It's a lovely ball, and that's a great save by the keeper. I tell you what, Varela he's given me some thoughts. Doing well so far. Ball into Caligari at the near post, but Matalia saves it this time. Inspired form from the keeper since the break. Since we've actually started making any form of chances, really. Fernandez to Belmonte. Out to Steve Hill on the right-hand side, who's presumably going to give it. Yeah, he gives it to Villarreal in the middle. Gives it over to Torres, not back to Torres. Back to Steve on the right-hand side. He's going to make a little run now. Lovely ball to Aguirre, who's going to knock it down, but he's not going to quite get to anyone. And that does mean that Altebrand on the break now, and I do not want this at all. Please do not put this in. Gone to Limasan, although it looks like, I was going to say it looked like he took that ball, annoyingly, out for a corner. Ferroni there, though. Look at that. That is a commanding clearance. He's absolutely smacked that clear. Varela on the free kicks, interestingly. Ball into Fernandez at the back post. How has he missed that? I feel like that should have been going in. That was a clear-cut chance. Varela, though, picks up the ball from Rodriguez. He's going to take a shot. He doesn't. Is that going in? Varela opening his account. That's an absolute screamer. Damien Varela, he has just walked himself straight into the side for the next game in my eyes. He's played an absolute blinder over the last half hour here. Lovely touchdown by Rodriguez. Varela just takes the ball and just absolutely canes it into the top corner. That's an absolutely smashing goal. As he smack it in as well, to be fair. Damien Varela, unless you get injured in the next couple of days, I think you're going to be going straight into my starting 11 for the next one and giving Ceballos a little bit to think about, to be honest. Always come off the crossbar. I'd love to keep a clean sheet here. That would be nice. A nice 3-0 victory. And if he struggled to keep it, although Belmonte's done very well there to get the ball clear, and that's surely going to be the end of things. Aguirre gives away a free kick stupidly. Not sure why he's doing it. Jeez, whoever that was who's taking the free kick's just come racing across. But there you go. It is 3-0. An excellent win from the boys. I'm very pleased with them. That's exactly what I wanted as a response from that horrible, horrible defeat against Sarmiento just now. So there you go. That is a win for the Newell's Old Boys. And that is going to be Varela straight into the squad, straight into the team. There you go. He's even the man of the match. Look at that. He's got an 8.1 rating. He's going to get a pat on the head. And he is definitely going to be starting in the next game. So without further ado, let's do it. Alrighty then, guys. Back for the game against Banfield. A few changes. One forced, many elected, I suppose. So Limasan in goal, Ferroni, Caligari, Scagliarini and Steve Hood are the back four. Scagliarini comes in for the suspended Damien Fernandez, who got sent off in the last game against whoever it was, the team that I was really annoyed about, Sarmiento, that's the one. We then have Torres and Belmonte in the middle of the park. Aguirre, Castro and Marcelo Batitsuta supporting Varela up top. The reason for those few changes, obviously because of just the form that some of these players have been in. Castro coming in to replace Sforza, who's not been playing very well. Batistuta coming in to replace Benitez, who hasn't been playing very well. Obviously, as we saw, Varela had an absolute stormer of a game last time round and is therefore gaining himself a start and demotes Ceballos to the bench. And we'll see whether he can carry on that form. Hopefully he does, although it would be a bit of a shame because obviously it's great to get people playing well from the youth team, but I spent money on Ceballos. I'd rather him do at least a little bit, but maybe we can have a formation next year. Maybe we play two up front. Who knows? It's very rare in this game nowadays. Very rare in football generally. But who knows? Maybe we'll give it a go. Very unlikely though. Maybe we can have that as an option for future games, which we sometimes do anyway, don't we? Let's be honest. So who knows? I'm babbling. But yeah, we are against Banfield, 18th in the league. They've lost a lot of their games, let's be quite honest, but they're comfortably clear of relegation. And they have the first highlight of the match. And let's just hope, Caligari gets rid of that very nicely. Aguirre on the charge now. Can try and play a ball in. He just goes for a shot and it goes miles wide. A couple of you may be wondering where Casasola is at the moment. He's dead to me. He has been absolutely terrible. He had shocking games in the games that we lost. He was orchestrating our demise, in my opinion. He's on loan anyway. He's not going to play for the club ever again. I'm so out of favour with him. It is unreal. So yeah, he's no longer playing for us. Wondering, which again obviously brings in more of a need for us to get a new centre-half in. Caligari, Scagliarini and Fernandez are a good three that I can rely on, but I really need someone who I believe is going to play alongside Damien Fernandez, because he's probably going to be the first one I pick in the back four next season. This is a very, very bland game. Nothing's really happening, which is great. Don't know why nothing's happening in particular, but nothing's happening. Aguirre seems to have picked up a knock because his condition has gone way down. And again, it's just the standard thing. It's what I've grown to love about this team and what I hate about them as well. We just don't create a single chance. Nothing happens. I'm far from pleased. Pull your finger out. Varela's not giving me any reason to be happy that I've picked him, even though he's the only motivated player on this in the side. Get creative, lads. What's this going to be? Oh no, nothing happened. Look at that, 6.5 for all of our front five players. Our back four are fine. Our front five are just awful at the moment. Come on, Batitsuta, run past you, man. There you go. Have a go. Go on, get a ball in. Nearly. Deflected wide. Oh, I thought that was going to be a corner, but apparently not. 6.3 for Aguirre. It's awful. Torres with the corner in to no one. Come on, please tell me so. Oh, don't tell me they break from here. Come on, close him down. Who has gifted him that much space? This is awful. This is absolutely shocking. I'm so unimpressed. This is every other game I get this. There's no consistency in this team whatsoever. I'm bored of it. Bored of it. Come on, chance from the throw-in. Hood just throws it to no one. Honestly, he's playing himself on the transfer list at this stage. Zarate literally inches wide of the post. I have to have words with Steve. We're going to go down to 10th if we're not careful. And yes, technically we are in the top half, which is what the club wanted for us at the start of the season, but I don't want that. I want it to be battling for 6th. We're 15 points off 6th. We have to swing, I think we have to swing 15 points in the next 5 games. It's not going to happen. I've got to bring Torres off because he's just been absolutely shocking. Do you know what? Castro is going to come off, and I am going to play that 2 up top and just see if that makes any form of difference and brings Ceballos on and give him some much-needed game time. I did notice whilst I was picking this team just before you guys came back that Villarreal is actually going to Portland at the end of his contract. So again, he's probably not going to play for the club again because I'm not going to benefit a player who is no longer going to be playing for us, even if he was playing quite well at one point. Yeah, he's going out the door as well. To be honest, I was never really particularly interested in bringing him in anyway. He was one of those ones that my director of football brought in, and he's done a job, but he won't play for us. No, don't do this. Don't give the ball away now. Gon Rodriguez is in because he's playing Ceballos. He goes, chance. Oh, he's just gone wide. We've only brought 24,000 into the ground today. This typifies what's going on. Ferroni with a corner now to Scalierini at the near post. It's just gone over the bar. They're creating chances now. Don't like this highlight. This is going to be one of those where they either score or we get a chance, and we probably miss because we're terrible at converting chances. Come on. Close him down. Get the ball. Look at that space he's got. Hood's not man marking him there. He's left him in a load of space. Payero gets it for Ferroni, who manages to knock it clear, but it's back to them again. We can't even, they're passing it around like we're not even there. Watch him play the ball out wide now. Oh no, it's not going to quite do it. Maybe I'll play it wide this time. There we go. We're playing very narrow. Goes to Zarate at the near post, but Scalierini managed to get to it. It's a corner for Banfield. This is getting a bit scary. More in a minute when I can. Oh, he's given away a penalty. No, he hasn't. Varela's been shoved. It's not a penalty. It's a free kick. That's okay. Look at that. Credit to the back four. They've played all right. It's just the people going forward just haven't turned up. Varela has not given me any faith in picking him. It's really annoying. I don't really want to bring Villarreal on. I don't really know. I'm going to have to bring him on, aren't I? Actually, no, I don't. No, yeah, I do. Batistute can come off. Fernandez can come in the centre of the park. I just need to shift him into the reserves. He's not playing for me anymore. Forward midfielder for that guy. He can be a deep line playmaker. Make it up as you go along, lads. Make it up as you go along. I'm not going to go attacking because I don't think we're going to win this game. I've got very, very little confidence in this team at the moment, unfortunately. Like I say, Varela's not turned up. Back four have played absolutely fine. But again, that's not what you really want. You want the whole team to be playing well. And it's going to fizzle out into a 0-0, I think. Certainly looks that way. I just clicked concentrate rather than show some passion. It's not made a difference because you've drawn 0-0. That's a disappointing result. We should have been absolutely tanking Banfield. And it tells you all you need to know that I'm pretty sure that Ferroni got our man of the match. He played well. He put some good crosses in. But, yeah. There you go. Goalless Ceballos worries Newell. He definitely does. A 6.66 rating He's not scored in the league since we brought him in. I didn't bring him in for that. Tell you what, where's the interaction thing? One player. Oh, come on. One player, recent form. You have, yeah. He's not been scoring many recently. Yeah, there you go. Right. We've told him how we feel. Okay then, guys. Let's have a look at the schedule then. I think we'll come back for. Let's see what we'll do. We'll come back for the next 2 games in the Copa Sudamerica and see who we're going to be against then. When does that get drawn? Is that sometime in May? I think it is. There's no point. Yeah, 6th of May. So we're not going to come back for the draw. It's literally just before the games start, I think. Oh no, it's a couple of weeks before. But yeah, we will come back for the first and second legs in the Copa Sudamerica round 2. If you've enjoyed that one, guys, make sure you hit the like button. That'd be much appreciated. Double likes if we appreciate the fact that I didn't upload another. I've missed a video, but it's fine. It's back up to speed. But yeah, if you haven't liked that one, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe for regular content and let me know your thoughts in the comments as well. Let's get some chats going on there. My name's been David. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Cheers.